Welcome back to another episode of Max Level Video Games, where me, Shane, show you guys the ins, the outs, and all abouts of owning your own retro video game store. So we got everything from yesterday that we got in stock that we need to go through, add in stock, and everything else. Plus, I think I have a repair I gotta do. Yep. We have this Xbox One, 1S, or 1X. No disk drive, 1X. That isn't displaying HDMI. Plus all this we got to take care of. And that. Now, usually I don't have to do this much work, but the last 2 days, so Saturday and Sunday, Matt and John were actually building new glass cases for the shop. So I grabbed 2 more glass cases for the shop, so we have some extra room, because we were running out of room, especially on the PS3 area. So now we have PlayStation 2 has quite a lot of games. PlayStation, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Xbox, PS3, PS4 and 5, and then our Switch section is pretty large. Awesome sign. That's great. And hopefully that helps us with our overflow problem of not having enough room for stuff. So I think we can organize that a little bit more, but that also means they didn't have a whole bunch of time to actually do inventory and get inventory, so they were just building glass cases pretty much this whole weekend, which is fine because we got plenty of stuff to do and now we got plenty of room. So let's get cracking. I have this PS4 controller. This is the slime controller. It was having issues, so we couldn't sell the slime right away, but I'm taking it apart. I'm going to put it back together really quick to make sure, because I think one of the buttons weren't pressing. I think it was X that wasn't pressing. So I'm still cleaning this up, finishing this up, and then we're going to get that slime PS4 in stock. All right, we got the controller. Let's plug it in. It is plugged in. Let's see if it's charging. Charging. So right now we have it on gamepad tester. Triangle is still not working. So we got to try and figure out why triangle isn't working. All the other buttons are. Great. All right, well, this motherboard and this controller is going to have to wait. So this is a JDM-011, and I don't have any ribbon cables for that model. The only 2 I have, both don't work. The triangle one doesn't work here. It's not connected to here. And then you could see the damage on this guy right here for these 2 bumpers that don't work. And I was like, oh, maybe I could, cut it to make it work. Unfortunately, they're both on the right side, and I can't cut out the triangle because it's damaged right here. And these things are impossible to repair. Realistically, you just got to swap them out. And the closest and fastest ones I found are on Amazon. They're not going to get to us until the end of the month. So, and I have a bunch of repair parts for PS4, but they're all different models. I have a bunch of parts for JDM-055s, and I got a couple of these guys. I don't remember, TH201s. Yeah, we got a bunch of parts, but they're not the right parts. So I have to wait for the ribbon cable to come to fix it. Unless we might get lucky. Maybe one of the ones in here are the correct model. So I can tell because the way these set. So maybe I can get lucky. Oh, it's so hard to tell. I wish they just told you what model number they were on the back, because the ones I'm looking for are these ones right here that connect. So those are the older models, and I think this one does, and that one. So maybe I might be able to just shell swap some of these. Maybe. So maybe I can find them. We might get lucky. Alright. I guess, yeah, we can't use these ones. These ones aren't together on the middle. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna do what I normally do and take a bunch of controllers a bunch apart, and don't have time to do it. All right, I got lucky. I found one motherboard that was the same model, which is the JDM-011. So hopefully this ribbon cable works and we can get this controller going. We can wait for the ribbon cable for the other one, because it's just a plain black one, where this one is a special edition. So hopefully this works. All right, we got it enough together to test it, see if all the buttons press. Let's hope. Let's hope. All right, let's try to plug it in. Plug, power, stick. All the buttons, all the buttons are working. We did it. All right, this controller, when I put it back together, it's done. This thing has taken me way too long to do, but we're done. Don't mind the mess of controllers that we got back here. Yeah, it's a mess. All right, we got it back together. I'm gonna plug it in, test it one more time, make sure all the buttons work. We also got to test the wireless on here, so we gotta make sure that's working. All right, buttons, sticks, no drift, pad, options, and of course it controls by the mouse. So let's see if I can pair it. Should be able to hold share and the PlayStation button at the same time, and you should see it blink really rapidly. It has enough juice like that. And then we should be able to go into the phone. Bluetooth DualShock Wireless 4, so that means the Bluetooth connected. Then we should go to Gamepad Tester and see it. And there it is, pressing all the buttons. There we go. We have, this one's working. Good. We'll have to hold off for the black one that we stole parts from, which is unfortunate. Sometimes that happens, but this one also had like both stick drift and some other stuff, so it needs new ribbon cables. It has stick drift, the motherboard does. So I'd rather get this one working right now and wait for parts and pieces for the other one. Not saying we'll never get to it, probably won't, honestly. But we know how to fix the other one, so therefore we'll have one as soon as we get the ribbon cables. It's the biggest thing that we don't have right now. But we have quite a few of PS4 controllers right now in stock. So we have about 5 of them right now in stock. And I think we got more in the back that need to be repaired. But for right now, we actually can get the Slime controller and the Slime PS4 out in stock today. So that was my goal. A pain. I'm going to be honest. Pain to diagnose it. But if you had the parts, if I had the ribbon cable, it would have been done. Honestly, but I don't have the ribbon cable, and I had to figure out what I could do to make it work. And luckily, we had another controller of the same type of motherboard and ribbon cable that we just swapped parts. You might not be so lucky. So, you know, you can give us a message. We're learning new things. So the more you know. So we still have some time. I have a couple more minutes to get that PS4 reset, clean up my mess in the back, and then clean up this mess up here. So here's all the parts for the one that we can fix once we get the ribbon cable. It has all the pieces and parts that you should be able to. Plus, this has stick drift, so we'll have to fix that. But we know how to fix this. So it's just the ribbon cables. I bought a few of them just in case we run into this problem. And that we have a bunch of ribbon cables for the other model PS4 controllers, which are the JDM, 50 and 55 models. We have a bunch of ribbon cable spare parts for those because we got a bunch of those controllers that we still need to kind of, I believe I'm pretty confident most of those I could probably get working, but I got to clean up my mess and we got to open the store. And then really click that blue one we just picked up from our road trip. I just hot swapped it with this case. This is a gold case instead of this blue one because the blue one's kind of jacked up. So we will just see if this works, because it should. And then we can get another PS4 controller done. All right, so let's see if it has power. The motherboard hopefully is good. It's connected. No stick drift buttons. Oh, we got a little right stick drift. Oh yeah. Need some new potentiometers. Let's recalibrate it. All right, calibrate stick center. Oop. And then calibration for the stick center is done. And then we'll calibrate stick range. Ugh. Save. It's better, but it's not great. So this one definitely has left stick drift. That's the one we just picked up too. So that, you know, it's a risk. We only paid a couple bucks for it though. Yeah, we paid about 10 bucks. So yeah. So we'll go ahead and keep that sticker on there. Surprisingly, that sticker still says, well, it says right, left, drift, diag. So we may have to, it's a left. All right. This one definitely needs some work. We're going to put the screws back into it, put it back in the box, and deal with it later. I've been knocking it out. We got the Xbox One X done, which was an encoder chip. HDMI wasn't the problem. Hard drive wasn't the problem. It was an encoder chip, so we swapped that out, got that done. Next, we have a switch power supply, which we probably get to tomorrow. We got to swap out one for a newer one. And before I take off, I want to get some of this in stock. Unfortunately, that's pretty much all I have time for. I ran out of time. I have to go pick up Warren. Monday, Tuesdays, I have to leave the shop early. So I can't get too much done, and we had that repair. So unfortunately, I'm done for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, there's so much more to do. I'll see you guys later.